Hey, it's Norm from Tested.
Frank from Tested.
Frank, we're at DragonCon.
Yes, we are.
DragonCon 2015, and one of the things we wanted to do is give you guys a walking tour of DragonCon. Not everyone can make it all the way to Atlanta, Georgia for Labor Day weekend, where thousands, many thousands
Nerd
of nerds.
epicenter. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really like the opposite of Comic-Con in that it's completely fan-run, not corporate. But let's just give you a tour of what this event is like, so follow us.
Yeah, let's go.
So, Frank, you've been to DragonCon like for 3 years, right?
Yeah, this is the third.
Third year. My second year, I was here 2 years ago when Adam was here and he did a panel, he did one of his live performances.
And I helped do the makeup for him when he
That's
did Jack
right.
Sparrow.
An incognito. And the incognitos are perfect because the first thing I'll talk about at DragonCon is the cosplay. Now we're obviously dressed up today. I'm in an Anovos original series, Star Trek uniform.
And I have the new Lenovo Shadow Trooper.
It's awesome. It looks great on you.
It's really cool.
Wearing a costume totally fits in because I would say out of every convention I've been to, DragonCon has the highest percentage of people, attendees wearing costumes.
Yeah.
It's like 1 out of 5 wear costumes.
If not 50%.
Exactly, right. We're here on Sunday morning. People are still wary because DragonCon's basically, to best describe it, it's one big party. Non-stop. Now, DragonCon's actually not in a big convention center.
This is Thomas from Steampunked. He's one of
Hey.
the judges on Steampunked.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Norm from Tested. We're untested.
Shooting a video.
You're untested. Oh my God. Oh, I should have done my hair or something.
And you're running a bunch of friends.
Anything steampunk. I'm
and
let
this
down.
is like the one time I'm not wearing anything.
And this is the one time I am wearing
you
something.
are actually. This is amazing. I've never seen you in a costume. This is
Oh,
great.
well, here we go.
He looks good.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to interrupt you.
All right, we're going to keep walking.
I'll keep you.
So,
Run into people.
yeah, you run into tons of people. This is the Hyatt Regency Hotel, one of the 3 main hotels at DragonCon. The way the convention is run, it's all in hotels. And they're connected. So we're actually going to walk through here and walk from the Hyatt to the main hotel.
On one of the sky bridges.
On one of the sky bridges. Atlanta, as you may have heard, it's a hot place. It's humid. In the summer, it can reach 90 to 100 degrees, but the great thing about DragonCon, it's all mostly indoors. Yeah. So we're on a sky bridge, and we're really lucky that we're starting on this Sunday because the sky bridge is not packed. On a normal day,
It's just a straight line all the way through. Just
all the way through.
person to person to person.
It can take you maybe 15 minutes just to get from one hotel to the next, just on the sky bridge. But we're good. It's in the morning. It's only about 11 a.m. right now. People are still waking up, putting on their costumes.
If they're even up yet from
If
last
they're
night.
even up. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, DragonCon is basically, the best way to describe it, one big nerd party for 3 days, so 4 days.
Yeah. 4-day long costume party.
4-day long costume party, like Halloween, but 4 days and
Epic.
and epic.
Like every obscure thing you could ever think of. You're like, oh, I haven't seen a Wreck-It Ralph today. You're gonna go see a Wreck-It Ralph in
Maybe
another
2
couple minutes.
or
Yeah.
3. And it's so fun just to walk around spotting costume because there are stormtroopers, there are people in Star Trek costumes. Your pretty standard nerd things, but there are also some really clever things. Yeah, what are the coolest things you've seen so far?
What have I seen? Oh, the robot or the arcade machine. Yeah.
From Kung Fury.
Yeah.
It's giving people the finger
Yeah.
all day long.
Awesome.
Yeah, things that can be topical. It's really like meme flash in the moment stuff, or even some really nostalgic things. Just a lot of old.
Last year, I think I saw the characters from Caddyshack.
Wow.
With the golf bags and everything.
And it's fun just to be able to recognize that. Like, I think the people who put on those costumes and put all that effort into making those costumes, they feel great if they just get a few people recognizing, oh my God, you're Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus, or oh my God, you're that one character I knew from that long ago. Yeah, but at DragonCon, someone's gonna recognize it and you're gonna be able to see it. Yeah. So we're moving along that sky bridge, moving along right now, and heading to the Marriott. Now, the Marriott is the main hotel. The
Marriott's also where they have the famous carpet that Harrison and
Yes.
I and a bunch of other people have dressed up as the carpet.
If you Google image search DragonCon, most of the photos are going to come from that Marriott. Now, lighting, not so great in the Marriott, but these hotels are atrium style. We're going to make a left here. In that all the rooms are kind of exposed. It's one hollow building that's like 40-something stories tall. Yeah. And so the analogy I like to give is that DragonCon's like being in a giant space station, in some warp alternate universe space station where you have, Star Trek officers, Doctor Who's, aliens, creatures, mutants, Ninja Turtles, all sharing this one space. And here we are. This is the Marriott. It's pretty amazing. If you've seen the Hunger Games, this is actually where they shot the training center for all the tributes.
I didn't know that.
In here. So this whole room is basically the party central. We were here last night, maybe 2 or 3 a.m. and
it's just completely packed.
If you have the energy, it's packed all the way the whole night, maybe till 4 to 6 a.m.
I know that I've stayed up till 4 or 5 in the morning before.
And this completely open space, it's amazing is if you come over here and you look over here, the atrium levels are staggered, so it's great just to costume and people watch, just to stand here, lean over the edge, watch the escalators, and try to spot costumes, see who you can recognize. And of course, in the distance, you will be able to see that iconic Marriott convention floor. Oh, there goes a Doctor Who TARDIS walking around. That's a character from How to Train Your Dragon. And let's continue. Lots of people taking photos, walking around. Oh, that looks so cool. It'd be amazing if you could recognize maybe 1 out of every 20 characters. Sometimes there's some really obscure stuff.
Well, there's always the standard Harley Quinn.
Yes, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. Deadpools.
There's always
Superman,
an abundance of Deadpools.
Deadpool's right there. It's great that people actually use DragonCon as their showcase event. You would think Comic-Con is the place for costumes and cosplay, but I think a lot of the professional cosplayers save their best stuff and wear 4 or 5 or 7 different costumes throughout the entire event.
I'm on my 4th for the weekend.
You're in your 4th costume already?
Yeah. The first one was the carpet. The second one was Trek.
Okay.
Third one, I got initiated into the Stonecutters last night.
Stonecutters!
So now I'm one of the Stonecutters. I'm number 38.
Wow.
And then now I'm in Shadow Trooper. That's number 4.
Oh my God. This floor area, just shoulder to shoulder costumes at night, and people walk in.
Is that a Hello Kitty Deadpool?
Yes.
There's a Hello Kitty Deadpool.
Hello Kitty Deadpool with another Deadpool.
Hip Hop Deadpool.
Hip Hop Deadpool. Oh yeah.
The mashups are in abundance.
There goes Monster Mash, classic Wolverine. How many Wolverines are you doing this year?
God, I don't know. I think I did 10.
10 different Wolverines. You're a Gaston Wolverine?
We in video right now?
Video right now.
Okay, yeah. I think I've 10 different ones this year alone.
Oh my God. And you make up and change stuff throughout the entire day?
Yes, sir. I'll be Rocky Balboa later tonight.
Do you shave for that? Just change?
I got to.
Wow. That's a whole planning process.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hope you're having
3
fun.
costume changes alone yesterday. That was a record for me at a convention.
What were they?
I did classic Wolverine in the morning, and I did my Gaston Wolverine, Logan, and I did the Jedi Wolverine at night.
With the shiny lightsaber.
With the lightsaber claws.
Lightsaber claws.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. It's great to see you.
Thank you. You too. Have a good con.
Awesome. Let's move along. People kind of also stake out their places. Groups will hang out in one corner of the convention or along one side of the balcony and just hang out and sing or hold signs.
Well, when we were the Stonecutters, we were singing the Stonecutters song.
And you just walked through the entire convention?
We would just march around, all 18 of us.
Wow.
There was 18 Stonecutters all together. I love the big group cosplays.
Yes.
When you see 4 or 5 or 10 of the same costume or the same genre and stuff, it's
those groups can come from all across the country or the world.
Yeah.
And they'll just use DragonCon as their meetup period.
Yep.
And they'll all get their costumes ready. We said there's no real, unlike Comic-Con, there's no big exhibit hall.
No.
Right? It's not this.
Well, there is a dealer room.
Yep, there's
tons of panels here.
It's not a panel, it's panel-based.
Yeah. And all the panels are in different tracks.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So when someone asks, what is the theme of DragonCon? Is it comic books? Is it TV shows? Well, I think it's fandom.
It's all about
really
fandom, yeah.
And when you say different tracks, there are tracks for podcasting, for science.
There's a makeup and costuming one.
That's right. Fiction, writing, fan fiction. And you see things like, you told me this yesterday, we've heard of steampunk, you heard of...
we have to go down one more, right?
Yes, down one more. There's atom punk, biopunk.
Yep.
All sorts of just whatever theme you can think of. Let's see how it goes first.
I was just following you guys, sorry.
Oh. There you go, Frank. And it's all sorts of. I mean, we walked into a ballroom one night, and there was like a Monster Mash party.
Oh, really?
One of the ballrooms that was the place for panels. At one point, it becomes a rave. It becomes a '90s dance party.
Yeah.
Lights turn off.
They have concerts too. There's like some industrial bands that play on certain nights.
Paul and Storm are here. They do basically a similar to like a Woodstock style show. There's trivia shows, and a few kiosks. So that was the Marriott atrium floor. We're going to continue along now. And,
Next Sky Bridge.
Next, head to the third hotel. And you kind of have to like just navigate your way around. You know?
You have to. The key is to find out all the quick ways to get places.
Yes.
Because elevators get jammed up.
Yes.
Sky bridges get packed sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
If you can kind of figure out like when and where the traffic's going to be, you can go other directions. Like the other morning when we were trying to make it to breakfast and they had the parade.
There's a
We had to
parade.
go like around a block and then try and like cut through it. It jams it up, but the parade's awesome too.
Yeah.
It's like what, about an hour and a half long?
That's
of
right.
Parade.
Downtown Atlanta basically shuts down, and you have all the different groups working together. Oh, Vader.
Yes.
Serve the Empire. People really like to like stay in their roles too.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a fun like role playing aspect. I don't know. For me, because I have this. I think of Dragon Con as one giant space station. When I wake up in the hotel room, it's like I'm putting on a costume and reporting for duty.
Yeah.
Reporting for duty, keeping the peace. Keeping these brigands in line.
Well, you're a science officer. You don't have to keep people in.
Well, then I'm here for a mission of exploration. I'm trying to learn cultures. Yeah. What are some of the other cool things you've seen at this year's Dragon Con?
I
You were
don't
part of
know.
some panels. You did a recording of the Creature Geek
Yeah, we
podcast.
did. We did a live Creature Geek on Friday, like right after I got in on a plane.
Yep.
And I think we'll probably end up doing more live podcasts here in the future too.
yeah,
it
we'd
sounds
love
like.
to do like a Still Untitled here in the future, possibly.
Yeah.
Some of the panel rooms, they can fit anywhere between 100 people to 300 to 500
No, there's
people.
there's like a 751. The past 2 years I've been on these face-off panels where we fill up the big rooms.
Yes. Yes.
And then later on today I have a panel that I'm emceeing that's in one of the big rooms.
Yeah, but the panel's small and big. There goes a cool Furiosa. That's a Mario Furiosa. That's pretty cool. Mashups.
I love
Yes.
the mashups.
Yeah,
you know
they-
what? I want to do a mashup on my Shadow Trooper.
What are you gonna mash it up with?
I think I'm going to do Tron Trooper.
Oh, you're giving away too many secrets. Tron and
We could bleep
Shadow
it out.
Trooper. Shh. Maybe for later next year. So this is the Hilton. The Hilton doesn't have that giant atrium space. It's more like the ballrooms and the meeting rooms for the panels. But we're going to take the escalator down.
To the Meetup Area.
Yes, the Meetup Area, which is probably one of the coolest places at Dragon Con.
If you can time it out right, the Meetup areas have some of the best gatherings of like all the characters at once.
Right, because when you think of like the groups, how many DC characters make their way to Dragon Con? How many Marvel characters? And how do they get all together? Well, they, in their Facebook groups and in their cosplay groups in the forums, they'll say, at 2 p.m. on Saturday, all the Game of Thrones people will go together in one area.
And where else can you see like 50 Deadpools together?
That's right. That's right. So cool. And maybe we'll catch a meetup happening soon right now. There goes that Furiosa. Look, her arm is a piranha plant for Mario.
Yeah. That's so great.
Oh my goodness.
What's this one?
Yeah, let's go check this out. So, looks like there's a G.I. Joe meetup sometime in the future.
That's cool.
A lot of Cobra members, some Cobra commanders, some funkier ones. But let's head outside this one and see what's going on Sunday morning. I think we just might have run into a Mad Max meetup.
There's a lot of Furiosas around.
A lot of Furiosa. I've seen a lot of Morton Joes, Morton James.
Yeah, look, there's a whole bunch of them getting up.
Oh, so many of the guitarists. Want to go check that out?
Yeah, let's go.
Check that out. Dragon Con, so much fun every year.
Look, it's at the door.
It's the door. It's Max and a door and bolt cutters.
Bolt
bolt cutters.
Got no bolt cutters.
No? And they all gather. Photographers gather. Videographers gather. Some great Furiosa arms. And you got guitars.
And that's a lot.
That's a lot of them. Awesome. Well, yeah, let's do a loop around and then try to see the front.
You can go ahead, Norm.
Yeah. Catch a glimpse of all those, the war boys. Everyone's taking their photos and videos. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this quick tour and walkthrough of Dragon Con. Frank is over there. Frank, let's say goodbye. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you more on Tested. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Otherwise, we'll see you next time. It's a fun walk.
This is awesome. Made it.